Welcome back to today's episode of Jurassic World Evolution 2, where I will be giving you yet another park tour. So, straight away, we are met with the John Hammond Memorial and a Jurassic Park gate. And left or right? Right is always the right way. When dinosaurs ruled the earth, so did the Dakota raptor. It is one of the largest dromaeosaurs. I think it is the second largest, though it might be the third largest. And it lived in the Hell Creek Formation. Hence why it was in my Hell Creek Formation video. So, we have it in here. This habitat is kinda plain. But the Dakota raptor is as cool as ever. So, if you can't already tell, I learned my lesson from last time I made a park with a bunch of decorations, and I built a park with a bunch of decorations, but I didn't save and quit after making the park, because this time I didn't save and quit. I just finished the park like less than 5 minutes ago, actually. So, since I didn't save and quit, it didn't crash upon trying to open the game. So, in here we have Concavinator. I still think that they are one of my favorite creatures in this game. Literally just because of their social animation. Though I do wish they were a bit stronger and faster. But there's a Concavinator with some small forest, a Concavinator pack. Maybe if I go over here we can see more. No? What about over here? Please? Aha! There they are. There's 3 of them. So that would be all 4 Concavinators then, because there's 1 to my left and 3 right there. 1, 2, 3. Concavinator. I don't remember what I was going to say. But Concavinator, again, is one of my favorite creatures in the game. So, if we go over here, it's actually a very small path, and it only leads to one thing other than the only hatchery in this park that connects to the Dakota raptor enclosure. But through this gyrosphere, we will find probably a little under half of the species in this park. It's a relatively small park. So on our right, surprised I haven't, there they are. The Noisiosaurus, also known as Dryosaurus, which every time I use one of these things, I am always just surprised at how big they are. I always think of them as small. They really aren't small. They're like the size of the gyrosphere. And along with the Dryosaurus, there should be Spinosaurus somewhere. I don't see any. More Dryosaurus. Huh. I don't... Maybe if I do that? Okay, well, I see their outline, but not them. That's unfortunate. They're just over the hill. It's fine, we can get to them later. And this creature, no idea how to pronounce it, but it is something along the lines of Terratrophius, I think. I actually only learned about this dinosaur, like, when I put it into the park. Well, I guess technically once I downloaded the mod for it on Nexus Mods. But all I know is that it's a Tyrannosaur, and in Evolution 2, it's a very colorful one. And surprisingly small for, again, a Tyrannosaur. In here, we should have another modded creature, this time a Megatheropod. Is that one? No. They're both over here. The Titanolophosaurus by, I believe it was Master Doot. It's a pretty cool thing. I do believe that it is, not real, and it was just Master Doot's experiment at... Is that the right word, experiment? I don't know. Creation of a Megatheropod Dilophosaur, and this is what it looks like. Very cool, that's what it looks like. Also relatively colorful for a big carnivore. Okay, let's give the Gigant Spinosaurus a second chance. I think that's... Nope, that one's not one. Oh. No! Okay, we can kinda see one. Not when I go in that camera, though. Ugh, whatever. It's just a Gigant Spinosaurus. It's a relatively small stegosaur. So, you know, despite having Spinosaurus in its name, yeah, it's a stegosaur and looks nothing like the Spinosaurus. Especially not the modern Spinosaur, but not the retro Spinosaur or any Spinosaur. Which, Spinosaurus is not in this park. But talking about it made me think of a cool mod that's Retro Spinosaurus, where it's like an Acrocanthosaur. So, in this enclosure, we will have some Spinosaurids, to be exact, Baryonyx, some Sauropods, to be exact, Alamosaurus, and Camarasaurus, actually. Because the enclosure was a bit empty. And an Ankylosaurid, Euoplocephalus. Oh yeah, it's not E to use. Whatever. I wish the default camera for the gyrosphere was third person. So, over here we have Camarasaurus, which is... I've always known that it was a relatively small sauropod compared to other sauropods. Like, it's bigger than a Margosaurus and Therizinosaurus. But, like, it's smaller than most other semi-famous sauropods. But I only recently learned... today's Monday, so actually yesterday, only yesterday, did I learn These guys are like almost the same size as a T-Rex. I'd say it could go both ways on which one is bigger. I guess it really depends on who you ask. Like, they are actually similar in size. T-Rex is longer, Camarasaurus is a bit taller, and I imagine a bit heavier, but I don't know for sure. And there we have the Euoplocephalus and a Lamosaurus. I know there are 2 of each, and then the Camarasaurus herd is, well, a herd. There's like 6 of them, I think. But a Lamosaurus is cool. It's a really big sauropod. And Euoplocephalus is my favorite. Ankylosaur. Oh yeah! If I, go farther over here before going further in, and I realize there's another species I forgot to talk about, was the Baryonyx. There should be 5 of them in this enclosure. I only see 1 though. Probably because the Lamosaurus wants so many nut foliage. So much nut foliage. But there's a Baryonyx. Oh, that's actually a really cool pattern. I'm gonna have to save that pattern in a Google Doc or something after this video, because that looks cool. The pattern, at least. Then again, I probably already did in Species Viewer, but considering every dinosaur I have marked my favorite skins and patterns with. Except for a couple modern creatures here and there. But Baryonyx, Euoplocephalus, that's also a cool pattern. And skin. A Lamosaurus, Camarasaurus, and here in a second, provided they didn't wander off again back towards the Baryonyx, which make them panic, which is dumb because a Baryonyx is a Baryonyx, not a Carnotaurus, which was its predator in real life. The Carnotaurus fed on the Amargasaurus. Okay, good, they did not wander off. So this is the last area of the tour, and the area that I try keeping the Margosaurus in, since, again, they panicked to a Baryonyx. Which I guess for evolution 2 makes sense, kinda, because Baryonyx is OP. In, games. But I still think it probably shouldn't panic. But the Margosaurus is pretty cool. The other day, I also learned, which I had a theory that the Margosaurus's spikes were actually like covered by, how do I describe it? A sail, kind of like the Spinosaurus, just more 3D since it has 2 rows of spikes, not 1. But only yesterday, or maybe it was the week before that, I actually learned that it was true. It's not just a theory, it is true. Well, probably. It hasn't fossilized, but that's what most scientists think. And since it doesn't exit to the nearest gyro station, I will do this. So the Lamosaurus was a perfect example of what was around when the dinosaurs ruled the earth, as is the Tyrannosaurus Rex. And I don't see it. I have a second viewing gallery, right? Oh! It's right there. So, the T-Rex, I use a mod that is a Lux pack, and the modders that made it actually made a second version that actually works a while ago. So this T-Rex is a red Lux T-Rex. If you couldn't tell by it, its red spots kind of glowing in the shadow of the fence. And all of the sauropods were also Lux. But T-Rex and I'm trying to think, the final creature, other than the giant Spinosaurus that really is very shy apparently, is the... Oops, wrong button. Which button is it? That one. It's the Plesiosaurus. I do believe there are 12 plesiosaurs in here, along with the remains of a coastal settlement, an ancient coastal settlement, and some poachers who attempted poaching these plesiosaurs, and a half quadrillion fish as well, because we all know plesiosaurus loves fish for its lunch and dinner and breakfast, and a snack if it feels like it. And I have never realized how loud those things are until now. Probably because it's just a single that's not what I meant to do, but okay. Probably because it's just a single lagoon section with 12 plesiosaurs. Haha! Now they are over here. And where did they go? I can't see them because I'm too short. Fine, I'll get in the gyro station again. Gyrosphere, gyro station, same thing. Giant Spinosaurus, come here. There they are. They are actually, I think they might actually be smaller than the Dryosaurus. Which goes to say that these are small stegosaurs, and the Dryosaurus is not as small as I think all the time. But, I mean, there's the giant Spinosaurus. It also has the two spikes to its left and right, like a lot of stegosaurs, like Chunkingosaurus and Kentrosaurus also have it. At least Evolution 2 ones do. Excuse me. And yeah, that is every dinosaur and the whole park. So, if you enjoyed the video, or the park, please give it a like. And if you haven't already, subscribe. And until next time, have a good time.